In this lesson, we will learn how to efficiently modify a group of keyframes in the graph editor. Let's go ahead and grab our control object and move right to our graph editor and perspective layout. So what if we have several keys we're dealing with and we need to make changes? Perhaps subtle changes, or maybe they need to be more extreme. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at three tools that I think you'll find very useful. We have the lattice deform tool, we have the region tool, and we have our retime tool over to the top left in our graph editor. Let's go ahead and start with the lattice deform keys tool. If we were to go ahead and grab all of our keys, and I'll go ahead and apply the tool, you can see we have this lattice around our selection. Now, I would use this for more subtle changes. You can see here we can quickly go in and scale our keys. We can go ahead and start to adjust the center handle here just to add more variety. But again, we should keep this subtle, because if we go ahead and create too much of an extreme, take a look, now we have overlapping keys and the animation is going to look pretty harsh. So we just have to be really careful, and if we're planning on using this tool, let's go ahead and make sure our tweaks are subtle. So you can see that the ship flies higher as we get closer to the mid part of the animation, and then it'll start to fall back down when we get closer to the end. Alright, sweet. And then we have our region tool. Let's go ahead and grab that. So take a look, we have this border around our selection. If we grab the center of this and start to left mouse button click and drag, this is the same thing as grabbing the move tool and moving all of these keys. But here's what makes the region tool stand out. Take a look at these handles that we have that surround the selection border. So if we wanted to increase our values, we can go ahead and start to pull at these handles at the top and at the lower part of our selection. So I've just increased the height here of all keys. So that's pretty cool. If we wanted to kind of slow down the animation and have it drag longer, we can go ahead and grab the handle over to the far right and take a look. Now once we go ahead and drag that even more to the right, you can see that the animation will play slower and it will last longer. So instantly you can see that this animation now goes past frame 400. Can you imagine if we try to do that with our move tool? If we were to go in and grab our move tool here and try to do that with all of these keys, that would be really difficult. We'd have to go in, grab a few keys here and start to middle, click and drag, and you can see the problem here. It's really harsh. Alright, so that's a beautiful tool to work with. And here's another tool that we can use. This is great for retiming our animations. So again, let's go ahead and select all of our keys and take a look. We can go ahead and work with the retime tool. So watch this. If we were to go ahead and double click, now we can create a handle that we can use to modify our timing. Now with just one handle, just going to go ahead and slide our timing around. But watch this. Let's go ahead and press the Z key to undo back. If we were to create a handle at the end by double clicking, now take a look at that. We're able to either lengthen the animation or speed it up by bringing this handle in or pulling it out to again slow down the animation. So I've brought it in quite a bit. Now when we play this through, you can see that the animation is going to move faster now. Instantly. This is really cool stuff. If we were to go ahead and grab this top bar, we can go ahead and use this to slide both handles or any handles we have inside this selection. Sweet. If we double click on that top bar, you can see how it's going to remove the outer handle, went over to the right, but we still have one handle left. So what I'll do is just go ahead and double click to create one at the very end, but then I'll create one at the center as well. So we can most certainly do that. Let's say if we wanted to slow down the start, but then speed up the end, we can go ahead and drag this over to our right. And now take a look, the animation will play slowly at the beginning, but then when we get closer to the end, you can see how it will start to speed up. Here it goes. Very fun stuff. Now, if you ever want to remove any of your handles, simply click on the X underneath the handle. So now we have no more handles to work with. All right, sweet. So I just wanted to show you how to work with these really neat tools. I'll go ahead and press the Q key to go back to the select tool so we can take a look at our function curves and see the changes that we made instantly. This hardly took any time. So again, this is how we can work with our lattice deform tool, our region tool, and our retime tool to efficiently change a collection of keyframes.